You've heard of survival stories, heroic last stands, and tragic accidents. But what about people who went out doing the absolute dumbest thing possible? We're talking about real people who died in ways so ridiculous, they sound like bad jokes or rejected scenes from a cartoon. From selfie grenades to death by frozen beef, these are the top 10 dumbest deaths that actually happened. 10. Selfie with a grenade. In 2017, 26-year-old Alexei Romanov from Russia made a tragic attempt at going viral. He found a discarded hand grenade and decided it would make the perfect selfie prop. He pulled the pin, posed with a big grin, and sent the photo to friends. Moments later, the grenade exploded in his hand. When investigators arrived, they found the phone still open, showing the photo, and the grenade pin right beside him. 9. Choked by a chair. Liam Turner from Manchester, UK, was attempting to balance a heavy wooden chair on his chin for an online challenge. For a few moments it worked, until one of the chair legs slipped and slammed into his throat. His friends laughed, thinking it was part of the act. But Liam collapsed and couldn't breathe. By the time help arrived, it was too late. 8. Crushed by a frozen cow. In Siberia, Mikhail Ivanov, a 48-year-old farmer, stored a frozen cow carcass on his barn roof to keep it safe from wild animals. As the weather warmed, the ice loosened. The 1,000-pound cow slid off the roof and fell directly onto Mikhail, who was smoking a cigarette below. He died instantly. Locals called it death by beef. 7. Steak-eating champion. In Tampa, Florida, 32-year-old Brad Jenkins entered a steak-eating contest and devoured over 4 pounds of beef in minutes. As he stood up to celebrate, he suddenly began choking. At first, the crowd cheered, thinking it was part of the show, but Brad collapsed. A chunk of steak had blocked his airway. He died with the trophy still in his hand. 6. Fire extinguisher rocket stunt. 22-year-old Adrian Kazaku from Romania tried to build a makeshift rocket using a fire extinguisher. The plan? Sit on it and launch like a human missile. A friend triggered the release by striking the valve, and Adrian shot forward, slamming into a brick wall at high speed. The impact was fatal. The stunt was later used in school safety presentations. 5. Car surfing fail. Tyler Grant, a 19-year-old from Arizona, was filming a TikTok stunt, standing on the roof of a moving SUV. His friend drove slowly through a parking lot, but a small bump sent Tyler flying. He hit the pavement head first. Paramedics arrived quickly, but he was already gone. The footage was never uploaded. 4. Slipped on a banana peel. In Mumbai, India, 41-year-old Rajesh Patel was hurrying through a train station when he stepped on a banana peel. He lost balance and fell backward, hitting his head on a metal cart. At first, passers-by laughed, thinking it was a joke, but Rajesh never got back up. He was declared dead at the hospital. Irony at its darkest. 3. Chainsaw beard bet. Hank Johnson, a bearded football fanatic from Tennessee, made a drunken bet. If his team lost, he'd shave his iconic beard with a chainsaw. They lost, and Hank went through with it, but the chainsaw slipped, slicing into his neck. His friends tried to stop the bleeding, but he died before help could arrive. 2. Killed by beer explosion. In São Paulo, Brazil, Carlos Mendes was inspecting a faulty pressure valve at the brewery where he worked. The tank exploded, sending metal fragments flying. One piece struck Carlos in the head, followed by a tidal wave of beer. Co-workers couldn't reach him in time. He drowned under a flood of the very product he helped make. 1. Homemade rocket suit disaster. Richard "Rocket Rick" Palmer, a backyard inventor from California, strapped fireworks to a homemade metal suit, believing he could fly like Iron Man. He lit the rockets in front of cheering neighbors. For a moment, he actually lifted off, then exploded mid-air. Pieces of the suit landed blocks away. Rick's dream of flight ended in a fiery disaster. Which of these deaths do you think was the most ridiculous? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more stories that are too insane to be fiction, hit that like button and subscribe.